Yo guys, it's Up Shadow here. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Yeah, it's on first day now. It's just how it is right at this point. But today we're doing something special. Today we're gonna talk about the update and the new DLC. I think I should do this for every major update. I kind of like to talk about these things. So I'm trying not to get the DLC and the update mixed up, because they're kind of intertwined, ish. So I'm trying to separate those two for your clarity. So, anyways, first, the new update added, first and foremost, a new block. Well, you know, this is the normal Cryopod, as you know and love it. But now you also get the small block Cryopod. Looks beautiful. Obviously, this is a reactor I added to it just to power it, but that looks gorgeous. I love it. I love that thing, really do. Now, also from the interior, this is the normal block from inside, and let me. Can I show you how it looks from outside? I think I should be able to. Hold on. Give me a second here. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about what you just seen here in a second. I think we can do this with a camera. I wanted to check how it looks from outside. Let me just do that real quick. I thought I had everything prepared, but now this just came to mind. Hold on. Let me put the cameras here. Boom. There we go. That should work. Camera, view. Yeah, actually you cannot really see much when you're in here, but, you know, looks cool. And this one, from the inside, it's a bit more claustrophobic, but I like it, you know. The glass is very dirty indeed. Should maybe be cleaned up. Also, let me check real quick. You can actually see myself in here. That's kind of cool. Looks nice. So, that was something new. And next on the, or actually this was first on the update list, but it's seconded here. It is the build planner feature, which comes to my great enjoyment, I have to say. So now, do you remember the mod that we had installed for our last world? Basically, they added that for real now. It's a bit differently structured, but it does the kind of the same thing. It allows you to pre-plan what kind of blocks you need and then put them into the assembler easily. So, how does this work? You press G, and now let me remove those real quick. You have these this thing here down here, the build planner. It's a little plus symbol here, and how this works is you add blocks from this menu here to the build planner, and with that, you can later translate them into an assembler and get them done. So now, as before, right-clicking adds it to the bar. If you, however, left-click on something, it will select it. Maybe they need a little bit more a clear notification that something is selected. But, for example, let's select the solar panel, and now we can press plus. And here we see, we added the large grid solar panel, and I think I can switch that if I'm not mistaken. Because, let me see, solar panel. I'm pretty sure you can change these. Oh yeah, up here. That's right. You can change these. So if you want a small block solar panel, you just click up here and can add the different block sizes to your inventory. Or to the build planner. You also can do this in a few different ways. You can drag it down here into the queue here. If you drag it over another item, it will override it. So, for example, if I decide it is small solar panels instead of big ones, I can do this. If I drag it onto the plus, boom. Even easier, middle mouse button. Now there is a max. That's maybe a little bit of a problem right now, because if you build something really big, this is not gonna cut it, isn't it? Right? So right now you can add 2, 4, 6, 8 things to the build planner, apparently. Anyway, now that you have your build planner full, that thing persists through closing and opening the menu. Go to your assembler. You have now a neat series of buttons here. And what these do is, you can read them here. Withdraw components from build planner. Deposit all ores, ingots, and components. Very nice feature. Add components from build planner to production queue. If I do that, you heard that sound? What just happened is it added all the necessary material for 8 small solar panels. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, it's not quite the same as the mod we had on, but it's a step into the right direction, and it will make life easier for people like me who never can remember how much material they need for something. So that's cool. Love it. Next up. Now I have to really be careful that I don't mix these up. They added... Let me just check here. Actually, no, that's something else. Let's continue to here. They added armor texture. Now, in the basic update, there's only 2 armor textures. One is what they call standard or no texture, which is this one. This is this, you know, like a bit fucked up version of armor. You know, you have these scratches, you have a bit of blemishes all over the place. The one that you're used to. And then they added clean. Look at these beauties. Look at it, how they glisten. Yeah, it's quite the difference, isn't it? At least from close up. If you're a bit farther away, it's actually not that clear anymore. But it's more for an up close thing. You can see it very good, like down here, how dirty this one is and how clean this one is. Now, how do you add these? Basically, ignore these two. Those are DLCs. You will have a clean armor and none option here. So basically, you'll just select your choice of color and then go either clean or none here. And you can just, like you would paint a normal part of your ship, you just paste it in like that. Now can we show the difference next to each other? Yeah, there we go. Actually, with color, with such a strong color, it's a bit hard to see the blemishes and stuff, but you can see it clearly. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that is cool. I like that. The update so far, quite cool. Good features. Love it. Especially the new block and the build planner. The armor skins, nice idea, but again, the effect doesn't seem to be too much, to be honest. It's a nice touch, but it's a little bit, you know, it's not a big thing for me, at least. Maybe you disagree, but I think it's not a big thing. Anyway, now let me talk about the DLC, because as I love the update, the DLC, I'm a bit on the edge on this one. Now, the DLC added a few new things. It goes for about... It's always hard to express this in dollars, because dollars is obviously the currency most of you are probably used to. For me, it was about 6 Swiss francs, so I'll assume it's about $6-7, which is about as much as the other one cost, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a bit less, but anyways. And it adds 2 new characters. Now I have to be very careful. Oh yeah, it does actually add character skins. Right. 2 character skins and 4 character emotes, 2 armor skins. That's what it's adding. So it's a style pack. That's what it's called. Now, the character skins, let's get these out of the way first. I'm actually wearing one right now. It's called the Chef. Well, yeah, that's okay. And the other one is called, I think, Proper, it's called. Yeah, proper suit, proper helmet, proper glove. There we go. Yeah, okay. First and foremost, maybe it's a bit of a bias, because I do not care too much about the armor skins. Especially because you can get these for a lot of these, even if they're a bit random, you can get them from free in the normal, the drop boxes. For example, I like these are so much cooler than anything else that I have, right? So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of those. For those alone, I would definitely not buy the pack. But, of course, this wasn't the whole pack so far, so let's continue. Then, it adds 2 more armor skins. And these armor skins are, as you might have already seen here, fiber armor, carbon fiber armor, and digital camouflage armor. Now, here we have 4 aircrafts, all the same aircraft, now painted in different armor skins. So this is the standard one, the dirty, grimy looking. Here we have the clean one. And also note that the armor skin extends to not only armor blocks. So, for example, you see the clean cockpit here, and then the grimy looking one here. For example, you see that scar there and here. So these are not there on the clean one. Now, the DLC ones. This is carbon fiber. As you would imagine how it looks, right? Little woven fiber kind of stuff. You can see it on the cockpit too. Kind of nice. I personally don't find it too appealing, but maybe some people do. And then I think the one that most people have an eye out for, digital camo. Yeah, it's just the one that looks the best. That's just how it is. Now, the thing is, what I find kind of nice, they also are visible from inside of the cockpit. So also the inside is kind of, you can see it's carbon fiber textured. With the camo one, you cannot really see it that much. But yeah. So, what can I say about this? So, let me recap. You get, oh yeah, okay, you get also the emotes. To be quite frank, I don't exactly know which emotes there are, the ones that we got. I'm not sure, maybe we can check that real quick. But honestly, I've never used emotes anyway, so yeah. I mean, they're nice. Cool thing about the emotes is you can kind of combine them with each other. For example, the pointing and this one, or pointing and do that. That's kind of cool, but again, don't care too much about emotes. So yeah, that's 4 of those. That's the 2 character skins and these 2 paints for $6, $7. And I have to say, Keen is a bit pushing it on this one, in my opinion. Because I have to be honest, the only thing that I really like out of this pack is the camo. And that's the only thing. That's kind of bad. And I think I only bought it because I wanted to show it on video, just so I could talk about it. I'm not sure. If I was just a normal player, not showcasing anything, I'm not sure I would have bought it, to be completely honest. And I'm not sure people are so happy about it. As far as I've seen, the last DLC, the first one, the decorative pack, has a positive review on Steam, and this one has a mixed one, which already tells you a little bit about what people feel about this. But yeah, I really think that most people only bought this for the camo. And that's, of course, a little bit too much for $6 just for a camo skin. That's a bit harsh. And I can see why people are pissed off. And the problem for me personally, the biggest problem is, here we have the previous DLC's blocks, right? And if you want to replicate that with mods, that's a pain in the ass. That's a lot of mods you have to search together. They all have to be compatible with each other. They all have to be updated. So I say, thank you, Keen, for putting these together and having them updated. On the other hand, if I only want that thing, the armor skin, that's already theirs. I know there's a mod out there, and it's just one. So, I don't know. I can see a lot of people giving this one a pass. And I really hope that Keen takes the feedback from this DLC here and thinks about this, because that, in comparison to the last one, was a bit of almost like a shock. The last one I couldn't praise enough, especially when they followed up with the removing the block of the functionalities for non-DLC users. When they took that out, I was like, yes, this is perfect, wonderful. Do that again, 10 out of 10. This one, yeah, it's more of a, yeah, just passable, like 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, at most. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that enthusiastic about this one. The update, great. The DLC, And another thing I've seen in the Steam review, a lot of people were, I don't want to say tricked, because that implies a malice intent on part of Keen, which I don't think that there was. It was a bit of confusion, that's what I think it was. A lot of people had bought this pack here and thought they would get 2 more skins that are not in this pack. Because in the update list they talk about added 2 new character skins, Next Gen and Fiber. I think I will have like a picture in here so you can see how they look. I just, especially the Next Gen, that one looks pretty sweet. So I know why people wanted that. But it's not in the DLC, that's in the item store. That's something different, right? And a lot of people bought this DLC with their hopes up that they would get these 2 skins as well. But they're not included. So maybe a part of the mixed reviews came from that. That is absolutely possible. And maybe Keen should have communicated that a little bit clearer. Although for me it was clear. But that's because I read most of the patch notes quite clearly. Most of the time at least. But yeah. Again, this... let's do another comparison. If the last DLC was a nice ice cream with a cherry on top, you know, perfectly temperatured, nice. This one, that's more of like a bitter pill. Not nice at all. I mean, if you like the emotes, if you like the character skins, go get it, I guess. And if you want the fiber skin and the camo, sure, get it. But if you're only interested in the camo skin, go for the mod. If that is still supported right now, I really hope it is. But yeah, also yeah, with most of the skins, as you can see, the camo is the only one you can kinda make out from a distance. The other 3 just look very similar. Even if I go this close, most of them look similar. Only if I get really close up, you can start to see a difference. So, yeah, not a big fan, to be quite frank. So yeah, I really hope they step up their game for the next DLC. And what I would have done personally, although that might have been a weird move too, I would have packed the armor skins and all the skins together with new blocks. And then maybe even put the price up a little bit. Just saying, you know, because then a lot of people will have a more reason to buy it if you add certain blocks to it. And, you know, people will be like, oh yeah, cool. And then the armor skins and the emotes, they feel like a bonus. But right now, to pay so much, well, yeah, I know it's only a few dollars, but still, in comparison. I always compare it with the last DLC. If you compare it, it's just, it doesn't add up in my opinion. So yeah, I hope I haven't rambled on for too long. I think we'll quit this for now. And of course, next week we're gonna continue with the normal Space Engineer series. And actually, it's gonna be pre-recorded. Just saying, just in case next week something big, bombastic is gonna happen. It's pre-recorded because I'm on holiday next week. I'm gonna stick my pasty face into the sun for a week. So that's I cannot really foresee if they're gonna change anything about this pack in the next coming weeks, which they might. Who knows? So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.